All right. Welcome back, Valley Free Radio listeners. And welcome to our Northampton Community Television audience. This is Rick Haggerty, Kickin It For Peace, Culture, and Education. I air each Sunday morning, 8 to 10 a.m., and replay Thursday night, 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. And we're listening to Masala Jazz, a past guest on my show. And I'm so happy to have with me this morning, live in the studio, Merrill Shepard. And Merrill is here to play music and tell us about herself. And how are you this morning?
I'm very well. How are you today, Rick?
All right. Thanks so
Thank you.
much for coming in at such an early hour.
You know what? It's funny you say that. Both of my regular jobs tend to happen in the evening in the later hours. This is a little past the middle of the night for me.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Well, thanks so much for doing this.
No, thank you so much.
Sure thing. And I think we're going to launch right into a song. And is it Reflections and Tea Leaves?
Correct.
Your first song?
Yes.
All right.
All right, here you go. Is it written in the tea leaves? Hey, come on, wake up, it's time to go. Why do you move so slow? Pick up your head, we've got to go. And whatever it is, don't let it show. If you know what I mean. Ooh, ooh, city lights burn over my head. Left the mountains behind for skyscrapers instead. Colors and puddles glow under my feet. Swept up, I find that I've lost the beat. It's surreal, but it's mine to keep. Hey, come on, wake up, it's time to go. I don't know how you can move so slow. Pick up your head, we've got to go. And whatever you do, don't let it show. If you know what I mean. Ooh, ooh, ooh. will I find it in the tea leaves?
Wow, thank you so much. What a treat. It's so wonderful.
Thank you.
What a great way to start the morning. You can't tell you're tired at all.
Oh, thank you. You know, we're warmed up. We're ready to go.
All right, fantastic. So, as I mentioned, or did I mention, Merrill plays around the valley, and I know a couple of places you've played. Nathan Bill's?
Yes.
That's one of the
neighborhood's favorite bar.
Yeah, one of the hangouts for my.
It's a fun spot over there. I especially enjoy their patio. It's a
Yeah.
nice little place, and it's
Yeah,
kind
I
of a
haven't been to
different
the patio.
vibe outdoors than it is indoors. It's a
Sure.
interesting dynamic they have there. But yeah.
My school is near there, so
Okay.
a past administrator used to bring us there at Fridays,
It's a
after
necessary thing.
after school, yeah, sort of thing, and and other places too. But let's talk a little bit about your roots. And I see that you've been playing in choruses, school choruses, church choirs, and even handbell choir. What is a handbell choir?
It's exactly what it sounds like. It's
Yeah.
they are you have a number of people who are all responsible for, a line and a space on your staff, your musical staff. So you have your white bells. They're like the white keys on a piano, and you have your black key bells, and you and 10 or 12 other people together, you ring your handbells at the exact right moment, and you play a song that way. It's beautiful. If you're ever in the neighborhood of Sumner Avenue in Springfield, and you want to check out a really beautiful church service, head into Trinity United Methodist. That's the church where I was more or less raised.
Oh, cool.
And they have just an incredible wealth of talent, just homegrown in their congregation, musically and otherwise.
Trinity Methodist.
That's right.
Wow, fantastic. I'm sure I've driven by it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the one
yeah.
that looks like a big, beautiful stone cathedral.
Yeah. I thought so. Yeah, very attractive place. And you've done a lot of theater too. You want to tell us about that? That's wonderful stuff.
Absolutely. As a younger kid, when we have had more time for such elective activities, I wish I could do more community theater at this point in my life. It just doesn't quite fit into my schedule. But growing up, I was in a number of musicals. The ones that first come to mind, I was in You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, which has some great music in it. I think my favorite musical memory is performing in Little Shop of Horrors as Ronette, the soprano doo-wop girl. That was a lot of fun.
Fantastic. Yeah, and so many other performances as well. And the Boar's Head Festival, you've been involved with that quite
for
regularly?
many years.
Yeah.
My family moved here when I was about 7 years old, and it didn't take us long to get involved with our church. And the Boar's Head Festival is this beautiful show that they put on every year, and it's difficult to explain it in a succinct manner, but it's a celebration of Epiphany set in medieval times, expressed through music, dance, costume, and all the rest of it. And this congregation puts it on. It's really an incredible performance if you ever get the chance to see it.
Very awesome. Wow, that's so amazing. And you've been up to Boston as well. I see Bobby V's on there, and that's at Windsor,
that was
right?
in Windsor,
okay,
yes.
Okay. Yeah, so fantastic. All right, so how about if we go to another tune?
Another
and
song?
This tune is called Ghosts. Is that
call
right?
this Ghosts,
Could you
yes.
introduce that song to us?
It's about love and loss, namely, and when you listen to it, you kind of, at first blush, you think like, oh, this applies to a romantic love, but it doesn't necessarily. It could be a platonic, or just a love that exists between friends. People, they have falling outs. Life gets in the way, and that's mostly what this song is about. Apart from just, I sat down one day and I thought, I want to write a sad country song, and it's not quite as twangy as I was going for, but I like how it turned out. So this is Ghosts.
Thank you.
when it's closing time and I'm clocking out and I head down to the bar, I suppose I'll just enjoy the walk, 'cause it isn't very far. I'll walk inside, I'll wave hello, and they greet me with my name. I don't even have to say a word, 'cause my drink's always the same. All too soon the lights flare up, signaling last call. I raise my head and wonder why I came in here at all. So I stumble back onto my place and unlatch my door, and it hits me once again that you won't come round anymore. And I walk inside. As I walk inside, I'm blanking on my words. And I go inside up to my room. There it is. I undress for bed. I'll give you just 3 guesses what's still hanging round my head. I'll brush my teeth, turn out the light, close my weary eyes. Now all the memories that I hold commence an untimely reprise. The cuts we made to each other's hearts, they reopen at night. Well, I guess that I don't speak for you, but I wonder still in spite. And the marks we left on each other's lives don't fade out over time. They just linger on, along with all the ghosts you left behind. And it's what it is until it's not, or I mean to say it was. A little friendly competition never hurts until it does.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was really wonderful.
Thank you.
I really like the your lyrics and music. It's so
I think that
moving,
was probably
you know.
one of the more catchy melodies that I have. Everything else tends to be a little more rambling, but I like it.
Good. I like it too.
Thank you.
So I do want to tell folks this is WXOJ 103.3 FM Northampton. We're streaming online at valleyfreeradio.org, 103.3 FM Northampton. So I wanted to ask a little bit about your dad.
Yes.
And he's in...
Brad Shepard.
He's a DJ.
Yes, he is.
Man after my own heart.
Oh, yes. We, as I was telling you a little while ago, I can remember being a young kid, and take your daughter to work day was fun. We'd get to go into the studio, read the weather report, do the news, harass Tom Bavacqua. It was great.
And then he also played a lot of Broadway musical soundtracks around the house, and that got you going. You want to tell that story?
It's like you said. I've been around that kind of music my entire life since before I was born, and it's such wonderful music. Those Broadway shows, and there's too many to mention a lot of specific ones. I know there's a very soft place for Fiddler on the Roof. He loves cabaret, Guys and Dolls.
Wow, nice.
So yeah, that's been a big part of my life growing up. I can remember, knowing all the words to these songs at age 7.
Right.
Sorry, which kind of sets the stage. No pun intended. But yeah, I've been singing my whole life since they had me sing Rainbow Connection at my kindergarten graduation, as I mentioned.
That's so great.
And yeah, both my parents, my mom too, have been very supportive of my passion for music and for singing and to learn an instrument and take lessons and all the rest of it.
Yeah, outstanding. And
not to mention driving us to rehearsals.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
lovely. And so you were a big Cat Stevens fan.
Yes.
Yeah. I had those albums around when I was little. Actually.
Oh yeah, I discovered Cat Stevens in around
Tea
high
for the
school.
Tillerman.
Yes,
That's Cat Stevens, right? Yeah.
Steak for the sun, wine for the woman who made the rain come.
Nice. Where do the children play? Right? That was one of your favorites.
That
right?
was probably the first cover I learned on acoustic guitar.
Outstanding.
Yep.
That is so cool. And then you found Jenny Lewis, who I've been playing actually.
Are you familiar?
Yeah, about a year ago, I think I started playing her stuff.
She's
great.
Amazing. She is one of the most brilliant singers, songwriters, artists. I was in 10th grade when a friend of mine put a copy of Execution of All Things into my hands, and I fell in love and never looked back, and I've not grown out of it. She's really, she writes a lot about the darker realities of life and love, and one of the things I love best about her, apart from just the beautiful quality of her voice, is it's hard to tell where the true life stories end and the fiction begins. Wonderful. With a lot of her stuff. She's really good at mixing the two together, and she's just brilliant.
That's outstanding. Many other influences here as well.
Yes.
It's so great to hear those stories. Looks like you've got another song, and this one is called Line in the Sand.
Yes, and this was this is the first song that I wrote myself that I was happy with, and couldn't find anything to change about it, was ready to share with people. So this is
So is it that you were happy with it right away? Because I'm sure you're happy with your music, but when
in terms of this is a completed work, and I'm prepared to put this out there. I've written a lot of stuff that I didn't want to share with anybody, felt that it was trite or cliched, and
sure.
Everybody's their own worst critic, but this song kind of represents my my foray into original songwriting. So
outstanding.
All right.
Okay.
Push me forward. Do I bleed you dry? Where is the line? Which side do you occupy? I don't like storms when I am alone. Not since I was small, or now I've grown. Still I love to sleep to the rain. Quiet meditation to slow my brain. Quilt cocoon in a hurricane. It's just a grown-up blanket fort where I am safe. But what does it mean? Are either of us what the other really needs? If love is a garden, am I the weed? Oh no. Push me forward,
fantastic. I'm so glad you played that one. I saw it on the Advocate sessions, right?
I saw that you mentioned it, so I was excited to break that out for you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And if you just tuned in, we're with Merrill Shepard. She is a local singer and songwriter, and she is performing here live in the studio. And she can be reached at merrillshepard.com, MERRILLSHEPARD.com. So such a pleasure to have you in, and thanks so much for doing this, given your schedule. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, sure thing. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit about your upcoming shows. We've talked about places you've played, but I see you're playing at the Still.
Yes,
and
the Still
that's
Bar and Grill.
Friday, 6 to 9, correct?
Yes.
Okay, where is that exactly?
That is in Agawam. It's there's a little shopping plaza off of 75.
Yes, okay.
And it's actually not far from Murphy's, where I'll be the following night.
Right, 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. at Murphy's,
That's
right? Agawam also?
Yes, that's for the late night owls.
Yeah. A lot
10
of
p.m.
shows,
to 1 a.m.
There are a lot of 10 o'clock shows around, I noticed.
It depends on your crowd, I guess. You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a weekend, but
yeah.
the ones that are 10 during the week get a little touchy.
That's different.
And then, and you're also Sunday at 4?
At Slancha, yes. 4 to 7 on their beautiful patio.
Where's that one?
That's in Holyoke. It's just off
Okay.
of 141 as you're heading up towards East Hampton. It's on Jarvis Avenue.
Oh, nice.
Used to be O'Meara's, the Broadview, 80 Jarvis. That's the address.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, very cool. All
Looking
right,
forward to it.
Those are coming up. And if people want more information about upcoming performances or listen to your music, which you've got there, which I did,
Yes.
which is fantastic, great
Thank you.
SoundCloud stuff and others, again, go to merrillshepard.com. Let's see. So we've got a little bit more. We've got a little bit more time, let's see. Yeah. There's something else in your bio that I wanted to ask you about, but I'll think about it later.
Come back to it if you
Yeah, sure thing. Okay, so the next song. Title. Why don't you talk about your new album, because it's the title track, correct?
So yes,
Yeah.
I've got it's a short album. It's going to consist of 5 original songs, and there will be another pressing of it, which I will combine with another list of covers. So it'll be sort of there will be one copy of it that's sort of a half and half, and there will be another copy of it that's just me.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
the title track is What I'm Told, and that's what I'm calling this song, and it's a lot of imagery. And I just wanted to write something that moved, that wasn't necessarily based on my life or anybody's life that I know. I just kind of came up with this scenario in my head and put it down on the paper, and I decided I liked how it turned out, so here we are.
Made it up, right?
Yep, just made it up. Why not, right?
How was that? Given that you do write a lot of music about your life and situations, how was it going outside of that?
It was kind of an exercise, or just sort of a can I do this endeavor, and it was interesting, and I sort of I remember listening to I think it was Ben Folds in an interview talking about how the I in songwriting is a powerful thing, that it's not necessarily based in any kind of truth or reality, but the listener is listening and going, oh, that person has been through this when they haven't necessarily, but does it matter if you get something from it?
Yeah, good point.
So I don't know.
I guess it's more of the universal I rather than the personal I, or micro
I guess
to
you
macro.
could look at it that way. Yeah, absolutely.
That's such a great way to look at it. Yeah.
So
so what I'm told, and
should I go right into it?
Yeah, and congratulations on the new
Thank you.
release. That's a big deal. That's so great.
It's mastered thanks to Angelo Quaglia over at Northfire Studios. That was a great experience working with him, or just
is that
really
in
watching
Amherst?
him work.
Is that?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
in Northfire. Yeah,
Yep.
I know those guys. Yeah, my son is a musician.
He's a wonderful, super nice guy, and his ability to listen and just find any slight imperfection and just round everything out perfectly is incredible. So it was really a privilege to work with him.
Outstanding.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to having this produced and available for mass consumption.
Yeah, I got to find out who the producers are in the area. You're the second one, who's been on, who's looking for a producer. So folks can contact you if they
could, yes.
In the, production
you've got
end of it.
my information on the website there and everything else, so please.
Yeah, and be sure to follow her, and you'll get updates, get Merrill's updates, merrillshepard.com. So this is What I'm Told.
That's right. All right. Hang on just a moment here. I have a capo malfunction.
Take your time.
That's better. Around and pushing her luck, breaking a sweat in the cab of his truck. Lord knew it was wrong, but they were sitting ducks. When the laughing devil whispered, "Oh look, who's gonna fog the windows up?" Push me out of the fold. Can't prove it, but you know what I stole, and you hate me 'cause I took it all. Ooh, yeah. No. Face to the window, she's drying a tear. He brushes the hair back over her ear. She looks him dead in the eye. "Oh, darling, let me be clear." She raised her voice to the heavens, cried, "Get me the hell out of hey, yeah. Oh, no, I won't do what I've been told. Go ahead and push me out of the fold. Can't prove it, but you know what I stole, and you hate me 'cause I took it all." Rolling away in a beat-up car. Somehow she knows she won't get very far. Check your mirrors now, girlie, you know who you are. A couple bucks in your pocket, a hip flask and an old guitar. Told. Go ahead and push me out of the fold. Can't prove it, but you know what I stole, and you hate me 'cause I took it all. No, I won't do what I've been told. Go ahead and push me out of the fold. Can't prove it, but you know what I stole, and you hate me 'cause I took it all.
All right, fantastic.
Thank
What a great
you.
song.
Thank you. The only thing it's missing is the rippin' harmonica solo, courtesy of Sweet Daddy Wally Greene, which you'll get to hear on the finished album. So
Outstanding.
I'm very much looking forward to getting that
Fantastic.
done.
Yeah, and you're also, we should mention, with the Western Mass Songwriters Collaborative, and you have an upcoming performance as a trio with the Valley
No.
Music Showcase. No, you're not doing that one?
No, that already happened. The
yeah,
the Valley
sorry.
Music Showcase.
Okay.
That's all right.
But you
Everything
guys
I've got in
play-
the books right
so-
now is just solo.
Oh, okay.
Occasionally, I have a guest either join me on guitar, or bass, or vocally. But right now, everything I've got on the books
Nice.
is solo. So
Fantastic. So Merrill Shepard, and she's at merrillshepard.com. Definitely look into her music, and thank you so much again for coming in, and I hope you'll come back.
Absolutely.
That's something I'd really love to
Yeah.
hear your new music. And,
let you know when I've got some more stuff.
and you'll be dropping some stuff off so I can play it on my show.
Yes, I want you to have the full studio versions of all those songs that I just played, and plus a couple more. So I'm going to definitely be getting those into your hands.
Fantastic. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rick. I appreciate it. I had a great time. Thank you.
All right.